Hey everybody, it's Mike Myers and Richard Chapman, you two bald nerds, coming at you this week with Trojans. The reason I wanted to talk about Trojans, Richard, is you bring it up more than I think you should. In my opinion, well, let me explain what I'm saying. If
Okay.
Trojans are old school, in my opinion, and they were, for definition, a Trojan is a program that makes you think it's going to do one thing and it does another in general. And I mean, I can remember Trojans dating back into the early 90s clearly. Uh,
Mm.
and a lot of times then Trojans would manifest. We had these things called floppy diskettes. And I would hand you a disc and I'd go, oh, hey, Richard, here's some new fun game. Play
Mm-hmm.
this fun game.
Yep.
And then it would either be an executable or something that would make naughtinesses go on your machine.
Nothing's really changed.
Well, I mean,
It's
the
just
internet
now.
the internet made the
Now
delivery mechanism easier, that's for sure.
that is 100% accurate.
But Richard, I just don't see Trojans like I used to. So, you know, why are Trojans important to you in 2024?
Well, first and foremost, I think Trojan is a very generic term. So I think it does encompass a lot of very specific files that are masquerading as whatever you want it to masquerade as, whether it's a Windows file, a necessary Windows file, or a program file, like you mentioned a minute ago, an executable for, I don't know, a music player or some sort of game or something like that. I mean, there's still a very, very large amount of attacks that involve some sort of Trojan file activity for sure.
Well, then, how does it show up? I mean, where are you actually? Do you just see it through your tool sets that are warning you about stuff? Uh,
In a lot of cases, yes, I would say that they're getting recognized by the tools. I think the question, becomes how quickly do they get recognized? If you make a Trojan file that is customized for a particular attack procedure process or a particular environment, if nobody else knows about it yet, it's going to probably be effective if you can actually trick somebody well enough. If it's a known file, that's a little different story. As a matter of fact, let me share a screen real quick here with you. This is actually a pretty known site for being able to download malicious files. It's called Malware Bazaar. I don't know if you've ever seen or heard of it before, but you can pretty much go here and download just about any piece of malware you want to. And this is a great way to download malicious files into virtual environments to play with them, actually see what they do, how they function, all of that different stuff if you want to start detonating them. But I did a quick search here looking just specifically for files that are tagged as a Trojan file. And I mean, just look at the amount of files that there are. And these are not like months old. This is today, yesterday, the day before. I mean, you can see there's a massive list of designated files that are called Trojan files. And you can see their hashes here. The security tools, if it's on this site, it's probably pretty well known. Doesn't mean that they don't get used, because unfortunately, sometimes people do still attack with known malicious files, hoping that the security the security in the environment they're attacking isn't up to snuff, and it may not be. So they do still get used. 64.31% of all malware attacks on Windows systems involve a Trojan file. So it's still a pretty significant amount. Actually, one could even argue now too, with the amount of people on the internet and security events that actually occur, that the numbers increased since back in the day, just because the amount of activity that goes on out there, whether it's personal stuff or enterprise level stuff as well.
this is you almost have me at a business disadvantage here, Richard. It's I mean, I see stuff like this. I guess we might have a semantics issue here in that
Mhm.
I didn't really think stuff like APKs would be a Trojan, but of course they could be. Why not?
Mhm.
Uh, but no, it's absolutely fascinating. But I guess the nice part, the nice takeaway from all this is that your tools are on the job when it comes to stuff like this. Is that a fair statement?
They are, and as long as they're running the most up-to-date list of known malicious files, known malicious hashes, and the environment's engineered the right way, they do a pretty good job. They do a pretty good job.
Good. But again, it's so looking for Trojans is just a part of the usual analyst job. There's that it's not unique in that. It's just that it's
No,
a
not
lot
at all.
more modern than old Mike thought it was, which is not that big of a deal. Richard, thank you so much. Interesting angle on Trojans there. I really appreciate it. And we'll do it again soon.
Sounds good.
Bye. If you like Two Bold Nerds, check out our entire playlist right here. It's a lot of fun. We'll see you there.